Okay, part 2 here. I've already selected and have the dancing ants the entire way around my WA. Want to talk about some of the settings or some of the issues you'll run into with a downloaded image. On the Layers tab, you can notice I have a little image of the WA. This is titled Background. And there's one thing that happens when you download most images from the web. It'll have a little lock on it, meaning you cannot edit this image. That's not a problem, but what you'll need to do is I right-click on that layer, and I'm going to duplicate this layer. It'll ask you for you to identify it, and I'm just going to identify it with the WA. And I now have a WA layer, and I have a background layer. What I'm going to ask that you do is right-click and delete this layer. And yes, I want to delete the background layer because I have my WA layer which I'm working with. This is not a locked layer. You can lock it here, but this is something you now have control over and you can edit a little more effectively. The next step, you still have a white background, you still have blue letters. This is just a copy of the original, plus you've selected what you want to remove or pull out from this image. What you're going to do next is at the bottom of your layer window, this tool palette, you're going to notice that you have Add Layer Mask. It's actually a dark rectangle with a white circle in it. The mask is going to look for this bounding that you've created, and it's going to eliminate the background. So when I click on this, you can see a few things happened here, in which case I've masked out the selected area. The dancing ants has disappeared, and I now have this checkerboard, meaning a transparent background. There's a few ways in which to save this file. For use in any of our multimedia pieces of software, they can accept a PSD document, which is the best way. I would just leave it that way. Hold on one second. Okay, so you can file and save as, and I'm just going to leave this WASD logo, and I'm going to leave this a PSD or a Photoshop document. The format here is for Photoshop document. If you have issues with this Photoshop document in whatever software you're using, you're going to have to find a different file format that accepts the transparent background. JPEGs do not tend to do that, so Photoshop will work for us. It's acceptable in Final Cut Pro, and it will be acceptable in Motion, where I'm designing this for. But again, you'll have to look into Ping and Bitmap images to see if you can do a little research and determine which file format allows you to have a transparent background. Actually, if you look it up on Google Images for transparent backgrounds, you'll notice right away which file extensions tend to support that. So in this case, I'm just going to save this as a Photoshop document, and I'm going to replace the one that's currently on the desktop. Okay, and then I'm going to exit this image. Again, what that should allow you to do is to take that document, and when it's dragged into this video project, you can see how the WA has no white border around it. It's nice and clean, and in this case, I could take it and scale it back and use it wherever I wish to, and I can locate this somewhere within my project as a nice logo or identifying point. So again, make sure you're saving it properly. For video projects, you can use the PSD extension. It will drag and drop into your projects. If you're using it in something else, Word may have issues with a PSD, so you may have to look and see what other file extensions support a transparent background when you save them.